Hello there and welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm delighted to have you here today and I'm going to tell you all about this wonderful pump, the Ameda Platinum Double Pump. So stay tuned for everything you need to know about getting to grips with this awesome pump. For those of you we have not met yet, hello there, my name is Maria and I'm the owner and founder of the New Mummy Company, and we are here to provide you with as much hints and tips and knowledge as possible around your pregnancy and parenting journey. So stay tuned for lots of great videos. But we do want to hear from you and we want to know what you want to see from us. So today we're going to talk to you about the Ameda Platinum. This is one of my favorite breast pumps simply because you are in complete control of customizing each breastfeeding and pumping cycle just for you. So before we get started, the most important thing to tell you is that you need to wash your hands. Making sure that you've got clean hands is a great way to start off any task to do with your baby, but obviously when it comes to breast milk in particular, we want to make sure that our hands are clean. So this is the Ameda Platinum. It's quite a heavy piece of equipment, so if you've had a C-section, I would probably suggest getting somebody else to carry it around for you if you do need to carry it and move it around the house. It does have a convenient handle right here on the top, which is excellent if you need to move it around, because then you can do it with one hand because the handle is right in the middle. It's very well balanced. So that is there if you do need to move it. So first things first, we need to turn it on, and in order to do that, you simply take the power supply cable and plug it into the back of the pump like so. And once it's in, if you're not going to move it, you can just leave it in. And again, we're going to hear it now turn on, and I'll turn it around so that you can see what it looks like. It's a very simple, easy pump to use. And like I said, it's fully customizable. So that's one of the things I really, really like about this pump. So what are the instructions and what are the buttons on the front of the pump? This is the power signal. And you can see, because it's plugged in, it has this lovely little green light here. I'm probably covering it with my finger. And then we have the speed, we have the suction, and we have the timer. And all of these are backlit so that if you are using it at night, you don't need another light. So it's really, really helpful in that sense. So before we turn it on, I'm going to show you the kit. So you're going to need a personal kit to use any of the hospital grade pumps, and this is what the kit looks like when you get it either from your rental station or in the hospital. So this is the kit. This is a sterile kit, meaning that you can use it right out of the bag. No need to wash, no need to sterilize. It's ready to use, which is obviously really convenient. When you open the kit, what you're going to find inside the kit is like so. This is all you're going to need to be able to use the pump. It's actually very little pieces and it's very easy to put together, but just in case you haven't used this before or you're concerned about putting it together correctly, I'm going to show you. So this is the tubing that inserts right into the front of the pump here. These are what are called the caps. And so I'm going to take the caps off right now, because when I'm dismantling for washing and sterilizing, this being the caps and the tubing, I am not going to wash, I am not going to sterilize. So I'll put those to the side because we don't need those for the washing and the dismantling aspect. So inside here I have two membranes, and these are very important. They might look insignificant, but they are very important in terms of suction. And then we disconnect the breast shield from the bottle, and again like so. And then we just need to remember to remove this little guy, which looks like a little duckbill given the size and the shape. But these are your valves, and these also are very important because without the valves, without the membranes, you're not going to have proper adequate suction to actually withdraw the milk from the breast. So again, these are very important. These are all of the pieces. So your breast shield, the bottle, the valve, and the membrane. these are all the pieces that you need to wash when it comes time to wash and sterilize. They can be washed in warm soapy water, rinsed in cold water, and then they can be sterilized in whatever way you're sterilizing your equipment. So to put them back together, we're going to take the valve, we're going to put it into the bottom of the breast shield like so. And again, this is the valve and this is the bottom of the breast shield, and it just slots on very simply, very easily. And then I screw the bottle on, and again on the other bottle. And then the membranes go in to the top. And now we will bring back the caps and the tubing. And as each cap goes on the top, you will hear a little click and another little click. And that means that everything is back together. So in case you're wondering, why are we not using the caps and the tubing when it comes to washing and sterilizing? Well, the reason for that is because as a closed system, the milk will not come in contact with the caps or the tubing. And so as a result, they do not need to be washed and sterilized. So it's one less piece for you to have to wash. So now that everything is washed, sterilized, and ready to go, we can put the pump together. So using the handle makes it very easy. There are also 2 holes and 2 little notches on the top for you to insert the bottles into, which means that you do not ever need to worry about spilled milk, because as we all know, the only thing you do cry over with regards to milk is breast milk, because it is absolutely worth every drop. So here I have the tubing, and with the top of the tubing is the white connector, and this goes right in here to the front of the pump. Here we go. And so when I turn on the pump, it's going to turn on, and it's going to be set at a pretty high cycles per minute. And the reason for that is because it's up high to be able to create that letdown and get that milk flowing. When we turn it on, the suction level is going to be very low, at the lowest level, and that is because suction is so individual that you will decide what your suction level should be. After a period of time, you're going to have rough estimates of where you like it to be, so you'll be able to hit that sweet spot pretty quickly. But as you get used to the pump, I would suggest increasing it very slowly so that you can build up to the suction level that is most comfortable to you. When it comes to suction level, we always refer to maximum level of comfort, and what that means is you want to turn the suction level up as high as it feels comfortable for, but not any higher where it starts to hurt. So as soon as it starts to pinch or hurt any little bit, stop and come down 1 or 2 notches so that you still have good suction, but it's comfortable. If it is uncomfortable, please reduce the suction. Top level suction does not mean more milk, so make sure that you are at a comfortable suction level for you. So we turn the button here to turn the pump on, and as you can see, all the displays have come to life now that we've turned it on, and the pump is a relatively quiet pump, even though the cycles per minute are up pretty high. When you put the pump onto your breast and you've got the cycles per minute up pretty high, that is to induce your milk flow. Once your milk has started to flow, you can reduce those cycles per minute again to a comfortable level where you are withdrawing the milk, but you don't need the cycles so high. But if you want to create another letdown, you can turn the cycles per minute back up again in a couple of minutes to be able to create another letdown. Once you've reached the suction level that is your maximum level of comfort, you're probably not going to need to adjust that too much, but obviously if it starts to hurt at any time, do reduce the suction level. And the other the other screen over here is the timer. So you're always going to know how long you have been pumping for. The average pumping session is about 15 or 20 minutes, depending on what it is that you're trying to do, whether it's increase your supply or pump for your baby for their next feed. Your pumping sessions will vary ever so slightly, but having the timer is really helpful because it's so easy to forget and think that you've been there for hours when you've been there for 10 minutes. And as I said, everything is backlit, so you don't need an extra light to be able to see how everything is going. So you can adjust the cycles and the suction by going up and down here. If I press and hold the down cycles, it will come down in cycles of 10. If I just press it individually and press it up, it will go up in cycles of 1. So up and down in cycles of 1, up and down in cycles of 10 by holding, and the same goes for suction. So up and down in cycles of 10 and pressing, and it will go up and down in intervals of 1. That just allows you to be able to do it really fast in intervals of 10, but also being able to do it very, very specifically as you go up and down in intervals of 1, so that you can really hit that sweet spot of what is the perfect setting for you. If at any point you need to be able to single pump, so you've maybe had baby had a good feed on one side, or you're maybe thinking that one side has emptied or has overproduction, and you just want to pump on one side, then that's very easy to do with this pump. So I'm just going to turn it off, remove the tubing, and here you can see that we have a little cap on this side right here. So I can remove one of the tubings, just pull it off, and then I'm going to be able to put the cap on to the side that we've just taken the tube off, and then that blocks one side, meaning that I now have a very efficient single pump. And so when I'm all done with that, I can just plug it right back in. There we go, in again, and now I can turn it on and have a single pump again. So this means that if I need to make more milk on one side, or if baby's fed well on the other side, that I can do so, and it is going to be very efficient and work very quickly. And again, I'm going to use the same settings and the same cycle and the same suction as before when I have found what works for me. But every pumping session can be different, so always make sure that you're adjusting according to preference for you, your body, and the time of the day, because in the later part of the day you may not have so much milk. You might be feeling a little bit tired, so you probably will not want a lot of suction because it might just hurt a little bit more. So always customize every pumping session to you and your needs, and with this pump it's a really great way to be able to do it. So that's it for now. I hope you found this video entertaining, as well as, most importantly, informative. If you did, we would love to hear your comments. If it wasn't, we would love to hear those too. And if you like the video overall, do give us a thumbs up. If you're interested in joining along on our journey, then please hit the subscribe button so that we can give you all of the latest hints and tips that we've got with each new video. And we have a new video uploaded every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern, so we hope that you'll stick around for more videos as we bring them to you. So that's it for today. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.